Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Dancing Clam here. Today, we're going to take a look at my 1986 Johnson 120. Last time we were on the lake, we hit something at about 25 knots. It was quite scary. Yeah, I don't even need a dial indicator to tell that the prop shaft is bent. Let me show you. Alright, I got the iPad propped up. So I'm gonna put a dial indicator on here and see just how off we are. I got this little kit from Harbor Freight. It was like 30 bucks or something. Comes with the clamp. I got it when I was doing the differential on my truck. Gotta figure out how to prop this all up. Yeah, I've never rebuilt the gear case on an outboard before, so this will be my first. I figured I'd film it and see how it goes. I'll get this all set up. We've got some pretty serious damage on this lower unit here. That's where I would like it to sit, so we can see right there. Not gonna hold. Let's see if I can get this tightened up. Alright, that looks pretty good.
You can't do that.
Just gonna get it zeroed out. It's not touching there.
You a poacher? Something.
Alright, let me zero this out. Alright. Can y'all see? Alright, I've got it set up with a dial indicator now, zeroed out.
I saw you.
Let's see just how bad we are. Mm-hmm. Looks like my low spot's right there. Let's zero that out. So we are, what is that, 38? 1, 2, 39, 40, right at 40 thousandths of an inch bent. 40 thousandths of an inch. Now I did see, I saw where a guy on YouTube just took like a jack and found the high spot, bent this sucker back down. I don't think I'm gonna do that. That seems pretty scary. If you flat spot a bearing or bust this case open, you can't find these anymore. It's off a 1986 Johnson 120. Parts are pretty hard to come by, so I don't really want to be busting any lower gear cases out.
And you don't want to break it, right, Daddy?
Yeah, we don't want to break it. So I think we're going to do it the right way, get a new shaft, take this one out, and replace the whole thing, replace the shaft. So 40 thousandths of an inch off, and you know, we'll go from there. So I will be tearing this down. Let's go ahead and take this off. I don't need it anymore. 40 thousandths of an inch is pretty rough. Yeah.
Cool one now.
No. Alright, so I watched one video on YouTube. on how to take this apart. So why not? Let's get started, see what we can do. So apparently there's some bolts in there that we've got to take out. Just go ride your scooter. Just go ride your scooter. Alright, I got the iPad propped up. So I'm gonna put a dial indicator on here and see just how off we are. I got this little kit from Harbor Freight. It was like 30 bucks or something. Comes with the clamp. I got it when I was doing the differential on my truck. I gotta figure out how to prop this all up. Yeah, I've never rebuilt the gear case on an outboard before, so this will be my first. I figured I'd film it and see how it goes. I'll get this all set up. We've got some pretty serious damage on this lower unit here. That's where I would like it to sit, so we can see right there. It's not going to hold. Let's see if I can get this tightened up. Alright, that looks pretty good.
You can't do that.
Just gonna get it zeroed out. It's not touching there.
You a poacher? Something.
Alright, let me zero this out. Alright. Can y'all see? Alright, I've got it set up with a dial indicator now, zeroed out.
I saw you.
Let's see just how bad we are. Mm-hmm. Looks like my low spot's right there. Let's zero that out. So we are, what is that, 38? 1, 2, 39, 40. Right at 40 thousandths of an inch bent. 40 thousandths of an inch. Now I did see, I saw where a guy on YouTube just took like a jack and found the high spot, bent this sucker back down. I don't think I'm gonna do that. That seems pretty scary. If you flat spot a bearing or bust this case open, you can't find these anymore. It's off a 1986 Johnson 120. Parts are pretty hard to come by, so I don't really want to be busting any lower gear cases out.
And you don't want to break it with that.
Yeah, we don't want to break it. So I think we're going to do it the right way, get a new shaft, take this one out, and replace the whole thing, replace the shaft. So 40 thousandths of an inch off, and you know, we'll go from there. So I will be tearing this down. Let's go ahead and take this off. I don't need it anymore. 40 thousandths of an inch is pretty rough. All right, so I watched a video on YouTube on how to do this. Watched like one video, twice. And I can't remember what size socket he said it was in here, but you've got to put a socket in here and take these 4 bolts out. So I'm trying to find what size fits it. Give me just a minute.
Don't see him. Don't see. Hey, Daddy. He's gonna get me cut off. Oh, yeah.
I don't believe that's turning anything. All right, well, we might have a problem here. I think I got one to grab here. It's a 3/8. Yeah. I only got one grab. So I got one. Let's see. Look at there. The grabber tool comes in handy. Woot woot. Grab, 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 grab. Ew. It's nasty. It's nasty. So that's one. You're just gonna get 4 more. Gotta get 4 more. It is indeed a 3/8 socket. Where's the number? There it is. 3/8. Can you see that? It's kind of bad lighting. Ooh, that's worse. 3/8. Okay, whatever. Sorry, the lighting's kind of terrible. Let's see. So I got one out. Can we get 3 more? I don't know. That one felt kind of iffy. Let me see. If I can't get these out, how screwed am I? That's the question. At least I know it's a 3/8, so that certainly helps. Let me get another extension on here. Get this out past the shaft will make it a lot easier. Where did my extensions go? I just had a bunch of them. I don't know where they went. Here they are. Alright, we got 2 loose. Let's get this one out. Thing I don't have right now is a bearing puller of any kind. I have rear axle bearing puller, but that isn't going to help me get this out, I don't think. I'm going to need some all thread or something to better assist with getting this bearing carrier out of here. Based on what I've seen on the tubes, we're going to need a little different dealio. This is supposed to have a light on the end of it, man. That would be handy right now, wouldn't it? Yeah, it's too dim. You can see exactly what I do. Looky there. That is cool. The little grabber tool. Boop, boop, boop. Clean that up a little bit. That's 2 out. We got 2, sir. Can we get 3? Going for 3. I sure hope so. This one down here does not feel like anything wanted to sit on it. Yeah, it feels very stripped. Let's see if I can get this one. See, I may have to clean up a little bit and see if I can't get a better seat on that. Let me get some juice. Brake parts cleaner. Brake parts cleaner. Oopsies. I made a mess. I made a mess. You ever seen me make a mess and my kids make a mess? I clean it up. Usually. Alright. I'm scared, guys. I really am. I am nervous that I am not getting a good bite on this guy here. Let me see. think I got it. Okay, good. Whew. That was scary. Certainly don't want stripped out screws in there. I wouldn't be able to get to them. Still got one more though. I'm gonna get one more. Ooh, there's a leaf. All right, we got this one loose. Let's see if we can get it out. It came out with this wrench. That's good. Let's see. Maybe it was just that dirty I couldn't get a socket all the way down on it. It's possible. You know? It is possible. Messy. I should be wearing gloves. Just whatever. Let's see. It's dirty. I bet it's not gonna be easy to pull out. They never are. We got one more to do. Una más. This is gonna be the trick here. I see it. I think it might have just been that dirty. Let's see if I can get a good bite on it. I got it. Come on, baby. Yep, it must have been dirty. I got it. Golden. That's all four. So far, so good. What'd you make?
Chicken pizza.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, it didn't come out. Look at that. The little grabby tool works again. Man, you gotta have a grabby tool. If you don't have a grabby tool, you ain't cool. Just saying. You know? You know? Do you know? I don't think you know. Because if you knew, you'd have a grabby tool. Where's your grabby tool? You don't have a grabby tool. Alright, it's dirty in there, guys. It's nasty. It's nasty. Let me see. Yeah, they just didn't want us. I had to. Ooh. And it does have the O-ring on it, like the guy was talking about. A little seat on there. It definitely looks like it needs to be replaced. So that should be fun. Alright. Earring. So look at there, we got all four out. Now, I need the bearing puller, because that should just come on out. Let me see if I can get you in there and show you what I'm talking about. Let me show you what I'm talking about, see if you can see it. I'm gonna have to get some light in there. Hold on. There you go. There you go. You can see where I pulled those bolts out at. So, see, there's two on that side there, and there's one, and then one up there. So four altogether. You can see where I pulled them out at. Cool. So we got those 4 pulled out. I'm gonna need a bearing puller, and I don't have the right bearing puller. So when I get a bearing puller, I'll be back and we'll keep moving on this guy. All right, we're back. Back on the boat project, trying to replace the propeller shaft. Again, just to recap, I've never done this before. I've never rebuilt a lower end. I have watched a few videos. Now I'm pretty mechanically inclined. I've done differentials and all kinds of stuff. I work on my own trucks, my own cars, but I did have to go get a few things. The first thing I had to go get was this kit right here. From Harbor Freight. Bolt type wheel puller set stuff. Pretty cool. All right. Comes with this guy here, which is I think what we're going to use mainly. But I bought this about a week ago, and the longest bolt that this kit came with is this. It's probably 6, 8 inches, give or take. But it's not long enough. When I threaded it in, you can see it's not quite long enough. Let me adjust this up a little bit. Ooh, hold on. All right, so it wasn't long enough. I had to go to Home Depot, which with work and everything took me a week to get to. But I had to go to Home Depot and get this all thread, and all I did was screw it in here. This is 5/16 with 18 threads per inch, 18 TPI. Need some gloves. Just because I don't want it dirty. So I just don't want all this oil on my hands. It stinks last time I did it. So 5/16, 18 TPI all thread. And it's 12 inches long from Home Depot. It threads right in. So I'm gonna thread it in by hand here. And I might have to, that thread's pretty snug. That feels pretty good. This one's pretty snug too. I think that's gonna get the job done here. All right, that's tight. Now I think we can try to put it on our puller here. You know, if I needed to tighten this up some more, I can put 2 of these nuts on, tighten it up. But I don't need to. Let's see. Again, I watched like one video on YouTube of a guy how to do this, and get some washers. It looked like it was not going to be that bad. We're in it now because I took those 4 bolts out. These guys here, took them out from in there, and I noticed that my plate inside there, my gear, moved. So the holes, I don't think the holes are lining up anymore. Which means if I wanted to abort mission and go back, it would be very difficult. So either we're gonna get this rebuilt, or worst case scenario, you know, we end up taking it somewhere. But no, I usually am able to figure stuff out. I'm usually able to get this stuff done. We'll get it figured out here. Just gonna put a couple washers on, keep these from slipping through. I wanna get this lined up. And we're gonna thread this guy on. This should pull it right off. This should pull it right off. It's working. Just get that snug on there. Okay, that's good. Awesome. Everything's just hand tied. I don't think I need a whole lot more than that. Let me get a wrench. Let's see if I can. Let me get a wrench and see if I can snug this up just a little bit more. I just don't want it flopping around on me. 1 second. Three-eighths. Oh, it is going to be 1/2 inch. Gonna snug this down even. That's what they said to do. Try to get this as straight as possible. Looks pretty straight. All right, that's snug. Let me show you what we got going here. So that kit that I bought from Harbor Freight comes with a pointed end, and it fits right into the dimple on the end of that shaft, which is cool. All right. Now I think I can just put a socket on here. It's gonna be bigger than 1/2 inch. 9/16. It's probably metric, but this will work. Now I should be able to turn this guy right out. Oh, it's twisting. Okay, we don't want it to twist. Oh, it's coming. It's pulling it out. I see it moving. Just gonna keep working it slowly. It should come out. Yep. It's definitely moving. It's gonna come right out. Like butter. Yeah. It's amazing when you get the right tools, it works exactly like it's supposed to. Now it's coming right out of there. Just holding it straight. Look at there. It's coming right out. And she's out. All right, I'm gonna undo my puller. It stinks. It smells like rotten eggs and metal. Ugh. It smells like exhaust and gear oil. Man stuff. Hey babe, come smell it. She doesn't want to smell it, everybody. I don't blame her, it stinks. It smells like a homeless guy. after a long summer. Well, that worked really good. So for $17.99, I got this kit at Harbor Freight. That worked perfectly. Now we can get this out of here. Look at there. Oh, take this nut off. She's dirty. Oopsies. Ooh, yummy. Oh, look, there's one bearing. Don't lose that. Oh, very cool. Man, those look really good, actually. So the bearings look really good. I don't see anything wrong with those, which is good news. So now I just gotta figure out a way to kind of remember the order of things here. So this was just like that. All right, let me set this back on here for a second. I'm just gonna let that guy kind of hang right there. I'm gonna dispose of these gloves real quick so I can move the gear puller set. That didn't work. Yeah, so that oil seal gasket there is definitely gonna need replacing on right here. Looks like it's pretty flat. Probably some of that gunk is probably from pulling it out just now, but that's gonna need to be cleaned up. And we're gonna need to. So let me get this out of the way. This worked great. This kit was worth the $18. See if I can pull this all through. Camera go. So I'm gonna pull this all thread out. There is the little up right there, so we can remember how it goes back. And I was able to look at that. I was able to pull those right back out, so that's good. We only had a couple threads on that one too. All right. What is that? It looks like some kind of anode system. I don't know. The good thing is the bearings in here look good. This front seal honestly looks like it's in pretty good shape. The bearing here is definitely good. I don't know that I'm gonna replace on that. Just clean it up. This O-ring though, for sure, you can see it's pretty flat and rotten here. I'll probably definitely replace this O-ring. But that's out. And then this came out next. And these bearings look good. Your thrust bearing. Again, I'll just clean them up real good before I put them back in. Set those there for now. So we're almost there. Now I'm hoping I see the snap ring I gotta get out. Internal snap ring in there. I don't know if y'all can see it. Let me get these gloves off again. Just trying not to get dirty. So I bought another kit today. I'm hoping this says it's 9-inch straight external and straight internal. They had a deal on it again at Harbor Freight. You know, I looked around. They had some cheap ones for like $5 with exchangeable heads, and I was like, yeah, I could maybe try that. Maybe for a one-use thing, one-time use. And then they had a 5-piece set for $44, and it was okay. It was okay, but for $59. This one was on sale. This 8-piece set was on sale for $59. Normally $75. So I was like, well, that's the deal right there. So, you know, that's the kind of the thing is doing the stuff yourself. As I build my shop and do stuff myself, the money I save paying other people to do it, I get to invest in tools so I can do other jobs as well. And it's fun. I enjoy doing it. I learn a lot. Yeah, this is a pretty good sized plier here. This might be perfect. Let's see. So look at that bad boy. Okay. These are cool, man. I've never had a snap ring set. There's your external. When you squeeze it, bloop, bloop. And this is your internal. It spreads it apart. Or it squeezes it together. Squeezes it together. Take a look at this set. Not bad for $60. You get eight different pliers. It's got two 9-inch straight internal, external. It's got a the 7-inch internal, external. It's got a 45. It's got a 90. It's pretty cool. Hey, you gotta love new tools, right? That's half the fun. All right, so let's see if I can get, I think this is the one I need. I should be able to reach in here if this is long enough. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. Just move some of this stuff out of the way. Need a rag. Let's see. I've got disposable rags right here. this up. Try to keep some of this. It's got quite a bit of oil in it, guys. Fits. Ooh, that's quite a bit of pressure, y'all. Wow, that's quite a bit of pressure. Let me see. Make sure those are in tight. I got it. All right, lots of oil coming out. So that got the snap ring out. Let me just slowly release that. All right, that worked perfect. That was great. Okay. Well, that made that easy with the right tool, huh? That oil dripping everywhere here. Man, it's just, you know, doing this stuff, if you don't have the right tools, it's just damn near impossible. Snap rings out. Let's take a look at that bad boy. I don't remember which side. It was up. I don't remember which side was in or out. I don't really want all this oil on my mat. Try to clean some of this up. I have to try to remember how this goes back. This was the, like that. This was out. Trying to remember how all this goes back. You know, it's part of the challenge. All right, now, oh, there's another snap ring. What? There's another snap ring in there. No, there's two snap rings. Okay, do it again. More oil. Two snap rings. So it's first out, last off, first on. Are they the exact same thing? They are. There's two snap rings in there. Man, okay, and I see the two grooves too. I can see the two grooves they were sitting in. The light's dead. she's inside. Let me see if I can soak up some of this oil. It stops dripping everywhere. I drained this case before I did this, but obviously it still had quite a bit of oil in it. All right, so far not too bad. Pulled this guy out. Those bearings actually look pretty good. You can see kind of pretty good in there. This guy with the thrust washer faces in. Thrust washer faces in. And then 2 snap rings. My new pliers worked great. For 60 bucks, I think that was well worth it to get the good pliers. Because the other ones weren't as big, they were smaller. That's a 9-inch snap ring plier. This guy here. 9-inch snap ring plier, internal. And the internal just means that it will squeeze it closed. So that's cool. And that worked great. Now, from the video I watched, all the guy did was like tilt this whole thing down. Tilt this down just a little bit. Tilt it down and then shake this. It's gonna come right out. It comes right here. All right. Oh, and let there be oil. Oh man, I'm making a mess. I should have got a little catch can or something. I didn't. A lot of oil coming out. Lots of oil. trying to set up a spot where I can lay my parts out and order how they came out. In just a minute. So we got this guy come out first, then this. Then it was 2 snap rings. That's all the 2 grooves they go in. The 2 snap rings was interesting. That guy's just hanging out, huh? By the way, he did say to put the shifter in reverse, which I did do, so it is in reverse currently. I mean, the way I look at it, this thing, could I have ran it? Probably could have ran it, but you got a bent shaft. And as good a shape as those bearings are in, as good a shape as these gears are in, it wouldn't have been if I'd have kept running. So, I mean, the new shafts I've seen on eBay, they're only like maybe $100. I can find one used. That should be good for what we're doing. And, you know, I like working on this stuff anyway, so why not just fix it right? All right, here's the look at my gear, and it looks pretty good. I don't see any, I don't see any wear. I don't see any damage, which is great news because they're not cheap. So this was in there like that. This was in there behind it. This looks like it's this way. We'll have to clean all this up. So then these plate and this gear. My reverse gear. Now the next step's gonna be kind of tricky. So the next thing he did was pull all the top off. I'm gonna straighten this back out. Loosen that up just here. Tilt it back up. Everything looks pretty solid in there. think he said it's a 7/8 wrench. You gotta take all this water pump housing off. So, take the water pump housing off, take all that apart. My new tool's already dirty. Oh no. I can't believe how good those worked. That was definitely the right purchase. Those things had way more. Those things had way more force. Plus, it comes in this cool kit. Those snap rings had way more tension than I expected. I've done RC car. You can see my airplane in the background here. I've done RC for 25 years, since I was 15. And yeah, I've done automotive too though, but it just never, it kind of surprised me. The tension on that guy is pretty high. These washers go with my puller kit. Put those back. Alright. I guess might as well take this apart. Let's see. Keep moving. I think this is gonna be 7/16. All right. Let's see if I can move this camera. Don't think I can. Not very easily. Can I tilt this back down for you? See kind of what I'm doing? Yeah. There you go. My light. Can't unplug. Oh, that's too short. Again, you know, this is the first time I'm doing it, so I like to kind of take my time and kind of really look through everything and just make sure I'm remembering how everything goes, because you gotta put it back. And if you don't remember how to put it back, that can make it difficult. Y'all. Muy difícil. All right, this is the exhaust boot right here. It just pulls right out. Yep, pull that out. Oh, that gasket is old. Please don't rip. Okay. I might be able to oil that up. And yeah. You know what, I'll be able to kind of clean this up and recondition. You can see it's still in decent, I mean, it's malleable, you know, it's still flexible. Still flexible. So I think I'll be able to clean that up This whole thing's gonna need to be wire brushed and cleaned through. All right, let's take this off. So when I bought the boat, I put this water pump in it when I bought the boat. So I have already been in here. I've already been in here to do this part of it. So I'm familiar with the water pump and how it goes. I'm curious to see after running it all last summer, because me and the kids we was on the lake. It was fun. Curious to see how this held up. I'm hoping I don't have to buy new gaskets for this. Looks like it was definitely watertight. I don't want to have to buy new gasket set for this guy. So hopefully we can just put this back together. One more summer out of it. You know?
What you doing?
Making video. I got all that stuff out. You want to say hi? Taking the water pump out now. My new snap ring pliers work perfectly. You missed it. It was the perfect purchase because it did really good. We've done this water pump before, remember?
I came out here for a question.
What's up?
So we were watching Clash of Clans, and I knew you, and me and Bentley knew you played. And Bentley asked what town hall you had. Which one? Like which one?
12.
Okay, because he was curious.
This was brand new when I put it on there. You can see that grease I put on there did a good job keeping water out, keeping those splines clean up in the engine. I put a little marine grease on there just to slide it in, keep these seals good. So you gotta take that rubber seal off the top of the drive shaft there. See, so that seal I just pulled off came off right here. So now I should be able to break this free. Let me change gloves again. I don't want to get this stuff everywhere. Trying to stay clean. This is ready to slide off. We don't want to lose the chip. Right. There's my Woodruff key. Water pump is in the housing, so let's see if it'll come right off. Oh, that's gonna make it easy. I don't have to mess with that. So there's my key and the water pump, and came off just like that. Pump still looks pretty good. Came off all one unit. See, that's all brand new as of last time. It's got one summer on it. The lid, the seals, all this stuff has literally, guys, one summer on it. So I'll clean it up a little bit and we're gonna slap it back on. I don't see any reason at all to go change it on that. I learned from Vice Grip Garage. She only needs what she needs. Right there. She only needs what she needs. There's a bottom and a top. Bottom, top, bottom, top. Bottom, top. So the bigger one is the bottom. The smaller one is the top. Bottom goes right on the base of this plate. Smaller one goes on the shaft. Okay. Gonna need a little grease on these when we put them back. Now, this plate, I did put a little bit of gasket sealer on here, so we'll see. Let me get a little bit of a pry bar, and we'll see if we can get that plate off there. And by pry bar, I mean chisel. Just something to get out of there. I don't want to replace gaskets. I know. They say, replace the gaskets. Well, you know, when you're working on a budget, it's not like we're working on a 10,000 million, $100 jillion boat. I just want it to run for the summer. Plate's coming off, gasket included. And let's take a look here. I bet we can get one more season out of that. Maybe a little RTV. I don't know. What do you think? Bleep bloop it, as Derek says. What do you think? Put it in the comments. I don't know. Do I have to replace it? Because I don't want to. I really don't want to. I think a little bit of RTV and that'll seal right back up. Clean it up, RTV it. That'll seal right back up. I don't know. I'll look and see how much they are. If it's $3 or $4 for a new gasket, put a new gasket. But you know, I'm just trying to be frugal. All right, we're heading into new territory again here. Oh, there's a different size bolt here. So this is new territory for me. I have not ever pulled this apart. I gotta get you up here so you can see what I'm doing. Let me see if I can prop you up. Hold up, guys. I don't want to get my iPad dirty. Hold on. There we go. Hey. Now you can see what I'm doing. All right. Alright. There's 4 bolts right here. According to the video I watched, we have to remove this to get the drive shaft out. And we have to get the drive shaft out to get the prop shaft out. You gotta disassemble the whole shebang. Alright. Let's get these out. There's a 4th screw, it's a different size. Oddly enough, it's in a certain spot. Those are loose. See, this is a 7/16, so that one's gonna be smaller. Maybe it's a 3/8. Indeed. So the 3/8 is prop side right. 3/8 is prop side right. Okay. And I'm not sure if that's just coincidence that it's a different size head. I'm wondering if somebody's been in here. This looks like a look, this looks like it might be factory. This looks like something somebody bought at the hardware store. See here, there's 3 of these and 1 of these. I bet you anything I'm not the first person in here. This one says Rockford, they both say Rockford. I don't know, what do y'all think? Factory, not factory, not factory. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Let me put these over here where they go. Got lots of cleaning to do. It's alright though. Just clean some stuff up, man. You know? I don't want to lose these washers. There we go. Now, I saw a few different tactics to get this out. It looks plastic to me. It could be plastic. Maybe just, we'll have to mess with that some, see if we can't pry that up somehow. We gotta get that off. I don't know what I want to do yet. I saw somebody use a crazy looking spanner wrench, and I don't have one. So let me see what I do have. I have a seal puller. I don't know if I can get in here with this. No, but I want to tear it up. An Allen wrench. Kind of pry up on it. Yeah, I see it moving. Oh, yellow. Let me get this secured. It's moving on me. Okay. Let me just try a flathead. The guy I saw, he did just this. Yep, there it goes. He just kind of rocked it back and forth to break that seal. And it should come right out. There it is. See there? So I just kind of moved it back and forth a little bit. And got that seal off. Okay. Wow. Overall, looks pretty good. Probably needs a new, maybe a new seal. if the numbers were back. Yeah, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, numbers are straight to the back. Okay. Oh, now I gotta get it back out again. So numbers to the back. These numbers up here. Can't see them. 3, 3, 2, 1, 8, 8. And honestly, these seals that they feel pretty good, man. I don't know about spending $114 to replace them because I didn't have any issues with my seals. I didn't have any issues. There was no water in the oil. There's no water in the oil or anything like that. No water in the oil, so this was strictly because I hit the prop shaft on something in the water and bent it. I have to get a 7/8 inch, or yeah, 7/8 inch open-ended box end wrench and try to get the nut off of here, which should be interesting. Looking for tools. You know, it's part of home mechanic stuff. Well, let me secure the right tool. I need a I need a 7/8. I know. Try something here. Hold on. Okay. Well, I gotta get a wrench to take that nut off the bottom of the drive shaft. Then we're gonna take the shifting part apart. I gotta mark that so that we can make sure we get it back in exactly the same spot. One thing I did notice is how exactly aligned those are. And this shaft is pushed in the down position for reverse. Yeah, that's reverse down. So it's down already, which is what he said we need. Excuse me. Excuse me. So it's down already, which is what he said we needed, so that we can pull the prop shaft out. But what I need now is I need a wrench so I can get in there and pull the nut off. I've got to pull the nut off the bottom of the drive shaft, and then the drive shaft will come out. So let me find that, and then we'll be back. All right, well, I got the right tool. I, for whatever reason, did not have a 7/8. That's my my box wrench set has gotten depleted over the years. I have a bunch of them, but I did not have a 7/8. So, Harbor Freight, 25 bucks. Not bad. They're also giving away a free gift today. In case you, that was pretty cool. Let's see. This is going to be really tricky to put back together if this is how this comes apart here on this one. There it is. We have purchased, ladies and gentlemen. See the shaft moving? All right. So now what he's... All right, so I'm on there. Yeah, this is gonna be tricky to get back together. And then I have a 13/16 socket that fits right on top of the shaft here. And let's see. I don't want to strip those out. I don't want to booger those up either. That makes me nervous. Let's try a different wrench. We gotta find a way to hold the drive shaft and turn that bottom wrench off. We gotta get this drive shaft to turn. Let's say that was a 15/16. See, 13/16. See if the 7-point fits better. No. No. This is the struggle, right? For anybody trying to do this type of stuff on their own, it's always about tools, tools, tools. See, now I don't want to booger those threads up there because that has to slide up in the engine. That gets boogered up, and we're in worse shape than we were before. So now it's about figuring out how to get that drive shaft to turn. I got the wrench on it here, but I've got to hold this drive shaft from spinning. It's not gonna fit with a 6-point, and the 12-point doesn't, it kind of fits on there, but I think it's just gonna strip my threads out up there. Don't want to do that. Is there an Allen key in the top of this thing? I can't see. There's a dimple, but no Allen key. See, we make slow progress. It's just a matter of getting out there and doing it. I don't know. I have good purchase on that. Gotta figure out a way to do that. Well, when I figure out how to do it, I'll be back. All right, y'all, I figured it out. Check it out. So I was able to get a 13/16 on the little flat spot for the drive shaft right here. And it is able to grab really well. So look at this. I'm able to turn both here, and I was able to break free that drive shaft with that. See here? So the 13/16 was able to grab that shaft and spin that around. And we got the nut coming off now. So that was good.
I'm not even dressed to be out. It's like
It's
freezing.
fine.
Well, then you're not
Hey y'all, I'm
car.
recording.
Fine.
Huh?
I'm gonna put on pants.
I'm recording. Okay, so the 13/16 wrench on the drive shaft worked great, and the 7/8 down below was able to get that. And now I think this should all just come out. Yup. Yup, it's out. Hopefully I can get it back in. There's the nut that we was after. That's an interesting nut. That's a very specialty. Looks like if we lose that one, we gonna be out of luck. Now the shaft should come right out the top. We have drive shaft. Again, just checking all these bearings, all these thrust plates. They all feel really good. And I'm just gonna leave them there. Oh, there's a little bit of damage there. Look at that. There is a little bit of nick on the teeth here. You can see it right there. Overall, pretty good. I mean, I'm not gonna replace it for that, but there is one little, looks like something passed through there at one point. Doesn't look like it's enough. It's not very deep. Not enough to render replace it, but definitely nick. Go ahead. Come on, Pinion. Guys, this is gonna be like really difficult to get back in there. This should be interesting. Usually you start to feel like, okay, like holding that in there and trying to get the shaft through it and that nut back on it, I don't know. That's got me nervous because it's not gonna be easy. Usually you start to feel like you're, you got this, or you start to get to that point where you're like, this might be difficult. Yep. See if I can get that out. It's stuck. I can't get it. I can't get it out. Come on. Get it out. Get it out. Somebody help me. What am I doing wrong? I wish I could just reach in there and grabs it, but I can't. I might just have to go ahead and pull this shaft. It's all the way down, and I need to mark it. Let me clean this off. I need to mark it so I can put it back. I'm gonna mark it and measure it so I can try to put it back right where it was. All the way down. Yeah, it's all the way down. clean. With the grommet on. With the grommet on. From grommet to top of shaft, exactly 20 inches. 20 inches. Remember that. Well, that pencil's not cut. No, it's pencil, but I don't have anything else handy. I'm also going to count the turns. So 20 inches, pencil mark, and we're going to go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. About 7 turns. 7 turns, 20 inches. And do I see a pencil mark? I don't see it. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 turns back in. Let's see if we're 20 inches. Perfect. Right at it. So that's what we're gonna do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and it comes right out. So we're just gonna go with 7 turns, 20 inches. Now, does this come out? Not quite. Okay, not quite. Let's take this plate off. Oh look, there's a grommet on there. No. 7/16. Take this plate off. Come on. The last one's gonna be tight. Flathead action here. I think it just needs a little bit of love from the hair. Maybe. Maybe not. There she goes. That one probably gonna need a new gasket. It's all torn up, never to seal again. Not sure I even had to take that off though. You know what, I might be able to just RTV that in well enough with what's left on there. Both mating surfaces are pretty clean looking, so we'll probably just make that work. Not sure I even really have to take that off. My pinion is stuck, you guys. I'm not sure why. Yeah, this whole shaft's ready to come out. I just gotta get this pinion out. I just gotta get the pinion out of my way. That was fast.
My mom is doing pizza.
Alright, dinner's here. I'll be back when I figure this out. Alright, trying to get this Still trying to get this shaft out of here. The pinion gear is stopping me. Just tilt it down. And try to shake it out. There it is. Just like that. All right, let's look at our pinion. Oh, yeah, it looks good. I don't see anything wrong with that. So that gear looks good. Tell you what, putting that back in is gonna be that's not gonna be fun. I think now I can take this back up some, at least to level. And this is up some. It's got the nasty. Now all this should just slide out, right? Clearing. It might not be clearing. Yeah, it's not. So that's not down all the way. And it has got to be down. I thought I had that down. It was down. Further down. That should be down. If it doesn't just slide out, then we'll have some finagling. Here it goes. All right. There it is. Cool. And of course, all that looks really good. No damage on any of those teeth there. Now to just get the shaft out of that. Cool. Sorry, I'm just looking at how it works. I'll look at how all this works. This is pretty cool. So here's your shifter. It's in forward right now. That's neutral. And there's reverse. Neutral. See. And all the way up is forward. And look, this pin just slides right out. Let me clear off my bench here just a little bit and we'll get this torn down a little further. There. Clear. All right, for real talk though. No, it's cleared. Oh, these screws go to this cap. Now we really just gotta clean on this. Clean. But I'm gonna get this apart, get this shaft actually out so I can measure it and get the right one. So when this is up, I noticed when this is in the up position, this pin is just wanting to come right out. Is it any position really? I'm gonna leave it in all the way down position, I think. Yeah. I'm gonna leave it all the way down. You can take this little pin out. Y'all can't see what I'm doing. Let me see. if I can get you a better angle. Hold on. There you go. Now you can see. Oh, now you can see. Oh, man. Oh no. Don't break a cord. Sheesh. Sheesh. Here, I'll flip it around. Maybe y'all can see from this side. Alright, so I'm just trying to get all this off the shaft here. Because we got to get the shaft off of these components too. And again, the guy said, okay, take this pin out right here. I'm gonna take the pin out. Loop. First out. Un pino. It's just kind of, it's weird. It's just kind of like pressure. It's not even pressure fit. It's just kind of sitting in there. It's crazy to me. Now that that pin's out, again, I've never done this stuff before, you guys. This should come out. I would think. Do I have to take this off first? I don't know. So, yeah, this is gonna just slide off of there. I remember him doing this. This is, I think if I take this off, this whole thing will come right off. I may not even have to mess with this. I may not. Let's put this pin back for now. All right, so basically we're back to where we began here. Yeah, kind of. No, maybe so. Something like that. It doesn't, it seems like something back here is holding that on. Not this. I know I have to take that off. I've seen him do that. Pull that pin back out. what's holding it together. See, once I get this off of here, it's gonna just come out the front here. That's what's grabbing this. I wanna see how it's grabbing, I can't see. Okay. Let's go, come on. See, that lines it all up. Moving that guy back and forth. I think I have to take this spring thing off first. Okay, let's take that spring off. That should release that pin, which will allow this to slide forward, releasing that pin, and then it comes off. I think I figured it out. In case you're wondering, no, I might not ever get this back together. There's a very distinct possibility that I have a hard time putting it back together. So, I know y'all can't really see what I'm doing, but just gotta take this little clip off here, work it around. I seen the guy do this on the video. And you just kind of work this around. This is what holds this like pin in down here. And it just comes off like that. You don't want to bend it, but it should come off, should start to come off. Try to work that all the way off. There it is. Okay. Well, that should be fun to get back on. That should be real fun to get back on. It shouldn't be too bad. Spring. The spring in turn holds this pin in place. This pin right here, look, it's gonna fall out. And when that pin comes out, see there? When that pin comes out, then this can come right apart. Like that. And now I don't have to go any further with this. For my job, I don't have to take this all apart. It was working just fine. I mean, I may clean it up, oil it up, grease it up, whatever. Honestly, I'm putting this pin back. Yep, beautiful. So I don't need to go any further with this. So I put that pin back, and my shifting unit and my gear and all this right here can just stay exactly as it is. Because I'm just trying to replace the shaft, and I have effectively gotten the shaft off now. Very cool. Interesting. So I need to mark which way is or I'll just leave it on there for now. Voila. We got shaft out. Pretty cool. So now it's gonna be a little bit before I get the new shaft in. This was the main goal here. I'm gonna clean this all up, probably tape it off, paint it maybe. I don't know. Well, clean it up for sure. Clean all the crap out of it. Clean all this up, clean all those parts. I gotta get the new shaft on order. And then the adventure begins of putting it back together. I'll tell you what, I think the hardest part's gonna be getting that pinion gear on that drive shaft. Just because of the way it's down in there. I don't know how you're gonna like hold it, get it on the shaft, and get that nut on all at the same time with like no fingers, no hands. So that ought to be really interesting. I'm thinking maybe there's like a way to put it in there. See, and now I see why people tell you not to take this screw out the side, because it's actually holding that bearing carrier in place for the drive shaft. That's interesting. All my bearings have look like they're in really good shape. So that's pretty good. And and my seals too, most of them are pretty good. I don't think I need to replace a whole lot of them. Maybe one or two here or there. But I am interested. I gotta get the shaft. Anyways, I'm gonna get the shaft on order and get it cleaned up. And when I get the new shaft, we'll start putting it back together.